This is Professor Beatrice Mburugu Talk Show. Welcome back to our third episode, a continuation on child protection about the behaviors of children. And with me today, I am happy to host again our very own expert in child protection, Madam Emily Murungi. So you are welcome, Emily.
Thank you, Prof. Another mistake when we see children exhibit and behavior that we do not like or welcome, instead of telling them in black and white, yes, don't do this because of ABCD. Mm-hmm. We speak to our children in a coded language, like telling your daughter, don't enter into this house past 6 p.m. You wonder what is wrong with
entering at 6.
You ask them.
There are no reasons.
Yes,
don't
why sleep with a boy child.
So you are telling us that we shouldn't give reasons.
Yes.
For either doing or abstaining from the behavior.
Exactly, Prof. Because if that is not explained, yes, that's when they want to do it more out of curiosity. To discover what would happen, yes, if I did this.
Yes.
So let's be open to our children. Mm-hmm. Let's be make our children be the best friends, yes, to our children, yes, so that we can be able to nurture their talents, mm-hmm, and to shape their behaviors. Secondly, let's also observe when there is a behavior change. You could be having, mm-hmm, a child who is open to you all along, and at some time the child just keeps quiet. Mm-hmm. You ask her, Mary, what's happening? I'm okay, Mom. How are the studies? I'm doing well. That shouldn't draw so many questions.
Yeah.
It is a red flag.
It's a red flag.
Engage that child more. Maybe there could be a time she disclosed some things to you as, mm-hmm, a parent, and you rubbished her off and you asked how could you do that? And then you said, from today onwards, okay,
I will not.
Let me keep my things to myself.
And that is also a mental illness.
Yeah. It is important to observe the change of behavior. Uh-huh. If a child was more talkative and now a child decides to keep quiet,
more introverted, keeping quiet most of the time.
Yes, staying in their bedrooms, mm-hmm, most of their times, mm-hmm, making their phone more of a friend than you or the family members. Yes. Those are some of the danger signs that we need to look at, mm-hmm, so that our children we can understand them better and we, mm-hmm, can mentor them. And finally, Prof, on the issue of mm-hmm, of expression. Yes. I've loved the example that you have given. Yes. And as I said, children have brains. It is important to know even these children at the ECD level, mm-hmm, as you have put it very nicely. Yes. They can express their feelings. Sure. They can express their thoughts. Mm-hmm. They may not write, mm-hmm, a composition for you, but you can ask them, draw the family members, like, yes, the one that you have just mentioned. Yes. Those who are at verbative stage and they can speak and express themselves, let them speak it out. Yeah. There are those who may not speak it out. Mm-hmm. Ask them to write it down. Yeah. And by that we will harvest a lot of ideas. Mm-hmm. We will harvest a lot of the feelings, yes, that children are going through, and we'll be able to guide them.
That is powerful. I think children, actually, I believe, like you said, is a gift.
It's a gift.
It is us, adults, yes, who should be able to understand them and inculcate the right values. Yes. Because I have learned also that observation is a very powerful skill, yes, in children.
Very true.
And so what I hear from you is that technology can be good.
Sure.
It can also be bad, yeah, depending on how it is used.
Very true.
Like if a parent just buys a mobile phone, yes, for the child, there are very nice educative programs, yes, that are there. Yes. They can help this child revise. They can help this, mm-hmm, child know the songs you are talking about, yes, the gospel songs and the like. Yes. But now the issue comes with the neglect that we get from the caregiver and the parent.
Precisely.
So they are left to discover on their own. Yeah. So it is important to note that. Yes. So that was at the family level. Yes. We are telling ourselves that we should engage our children more. Yes. And even give them room. Yes. They could be a parent, like you're saying.
Very true.
Then now we move to the school level now. Yes. Now this was at the family level. Yes. And you have told even parents not to be defensive. You know, yes, some parents, they are too defensive. Mm. You know, my child, since this child was born, They have never done 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
So you tell the teacher, you think my son can do this in school?
Yeah.
So let's go to the school level and find out what really happens about behavior of children. You've already mentioned about some externalizing behaviors, like burning schools and the like.
Yes.
So we really want to hear from the expert, and you are the expert.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof. At the school level, I think that's where children express themselves mostly, because the school going age children, they spend most of their time at the school more than at home. So, and we want to encourage the teachers. I call them the parents while in the school, but that one does not mean delegating parental responsibility, which most of our caregivers have done nowadays. It is important also to be observant on the children's behavior again. For example, a child could be performing very well all along since the time that child is stepped in school. And all of a sudden there is a drastic drop in the performance, drastic change in her behavior. A child who was social, outgoing and playing with other children out in the compound, during break time that child wants now to remain closed in the classroom. As teachers, and want to encourage them at the school level to equally use observation, to engage our children. Even I know schools now have the counselors, to unpack and to understand what is it that has made our child to behave differently from the way they were behaving it. And it will emphasize this, Prof.
Yes.
Children believe their teachers mostly even more than the parents.
It is true.
I tried to tell another child one day when we gave her a pancake. And we told her this is a pancake. No. Teacher said this is a chapo. And you know, they believe their teachers. What does that one tell teachers? That children take you and your word to be like the gospel truth. And therefore we have also to be watchful on what we tell them. If you dare call a child useless, who else will tell them that they are useful? And you are the mentor, the role model. A person that they are saying, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher. You see? So it is important also to watch what we speak to our children. And the teachers are destiny molders. But unfortunately, they can kill those destinies. And I pray for those who will listen to this from today, you will join the group of the destiny helpers. You are the people that shape the engineers. You are the people that mold the doctors. You are the people that mold any profession that we have. And because every child like this gift still is hidden as a potential. There is no child that is born empty, Prof. Not even one. Every child has a gift, has a potential, has a talent that they can use to help many people in the world. But at school level, unfortunately, Prof, some have lost theirs at that level. But we hope that teachers will understand this also and nurture those giftings, nurture those talents, and encourage children to become what they were designed to become.
Powerful. Teachers. Yes. You are destiny makers. That is the specialist talking.
Precisely.
And I want to really encourage the teachers who are viewing this talk show that you can mold a child to any level. You can believe in them. You can you can believe on their behalf.
Very true.
And even tell them that I see a professor in you.
Precisely.
I see a doctor in you.
Yes.
I see an engineer in you.
Yes.
And because teachers said the same thing, they said that the pancake is not a chapo. Remember, it is the parent who is saying. They will also believe that teacher said I will become a doctor. And so this child will practice becoming a doctor from a very tender age. So teachers, you've earned it. And you need to really shape them, and that's where we get our blessings or we get our curses.
Very true.
Now finally, Madam Emily. There is this other level. Although at the school level, we have heard it's about the teacher. At the community level, and I want you now to tell us, because I don't know where it is heavier, or who should blame who. Now, we have talked about the family level issues, the factors that influence the children's behavior. We've talked about the school level. Now, this child, especially in our country, Kenya, for example, or in other countries where we have day schools and children will come home and go back, they're interacting at the community level and at the school level. So now, what are these factors at the community level that influence these children's behavior?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof, for that. As you remember, when we were growing up, we belonged to the community.
Sure.
And if I happened to delay from taking water from the river, taking it to home, anybody would just cane you on the way and tell you, take water immediately. If you misbehaved on the road, anybody would just... Children belonged to the community.
Sure.
And unfortunately, the contemporary society, that is like shifting. And it's like, my children are my children, your children are yours.
Imagine.
But I think we need to change this, because no matter how much I will sanitize my children, if yours are spoiled, when they grow up,
they are going to be corrupted by this.
Precisely, Prof.
Yes.
So at the community level,
I
would say it is a collective responsibility.
Sure.
We need to team up together as churches, as administrators, all the stakeholders, even during the school holidays. What is it that we plan for our children? We can plan for the youth camp and call professionals like yourself and raise our youths. People can call experts in mathematics and in group like the Form 4 or Form 3 children, and they are taken through some topical issues in the area of mathematics by a teacher from the same community. We can mentor, we can nurture them at the community level. In our churches, there is a lot that we can do to mentor our children. Because if one child in the society is in other words, Prof, I am trying to explain that if one child in a society misbehaves, or the future and the life gets destroyed, it ceases to be a concern of the individual family.
Sure.
It now becomes a community concern.
Issue.
You will not be comfortable to drive at night because that person can even gang up and steal from you. You may have sleepless nights because they may disturb your night as they want to steal.
Yes.
Therefore, my parting shot on the community, Prof, I would encourage people to stop being so busy for their children. There are so many avenues we can engage our children during the school holidays for those who are going to school. The churches being innovative and holding the youth camps and the youth seminars that we used to go before. And we were taught so many topics. And that's why maybe we are the people that we are today. And also parents to allow their children to be mentored and to be nurtured by other people. To stop being the custodian of their own knowledge. Yes.
Wow. We've talked about the family level, the community level, the school level.
Yes, Prof.
So from the community, it's not about my child.
Not at all, Prof.
Any child belongs to any parent, and therefore we should have the collective responsibility of bringing up these children, inculcating the moral values, the respect, the responsibility, kindness, genuineness, and all that. So, Madam Emily, we really appreciate.
Thank you, Prof.
That you have really reminded us about the behavior of children and how we can protect the child from engaging into abnormal behaviors. Now, as you are parting short, being the child expert that you are, I have known you for really being there for the children. Until some parents, when they see you and they have neglected their children, they run away. So basically, how can you help the parents of such children to really be there for their children, like you are saying, so that they don't really have time? And how will you tell them that this is a gift? Because there are parents who have children, but they have no time for them. So kindly give them a piece of advice as we come to the conclusion of this show.
My parting shot is that as we began by saying our children is a gift, it is important to remind you also, not everybody is gifted. And you see, not every other woman that maybe has a child, and many who would be willing to have and are not able to have, they are willing to get their children like yours. You who has been entrusted by God with that gift, nurture it, take care of it, mentor it, because one day you will be accountable. not only to the community and society, but to God himself. Yes. Let's have time for our children and bring them up to be responsible adults that you would have wanted them to be for the betterment of our society.
Powerful, yes. Powerful, Madam Emily. I cannot agree more. And I want to say that we didn't need to take our responsibility, whether you are a parent, a caregiver, another child, the churches, the community, all of us, we should be there to see that the behaviors of children are shaped in the direction that we need. Yes. And from the experts, me and Madam Emily, we want to remind you that a child is a gift. And we repeat again, a child is a gift. From us, this is Professor Beatrice Mburugu's talk show. And until the next episode from us, it is bye-bye.
Bye-bye.